Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here, and it is time for part 2 of the Monday Q&A. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot, because otherwise you guys will complain if I don't do one of these in every video. Give you guys the Bill Pearl claw one. Alright, first question. Can I deadlift more frequently with less risk of burning out if I use straps? Short answer, no, it doesn't make a fuck. Long answer, if your grip is a problem, you will be able to do more volume of deadlifting and pulling if you start using straps when your grip starts to fail. Like if you're doing 5 sets of deadlifts, or you're ramping up to a single heavy set, and you can do the warm-ups without the straps, don't use the straps. And if you can't grip the bar, then go ahead and use straps to grip the bar on your heaviest set, or in later sets if you're doing a high volume of it. But in that case, you probably want to go do some separate grip work, even if you're not a power lifter, if for no other reason than you have a strength imbalance in your body, which is not necessarily a good thing to have, just in general. So I would go do some separate grip work on top of that. But as far as using the straps as a tool because your grip isn't strong enough, then by all means do so, because there's no point in shortchanging your erectors and your traps and hamstrings and other body parts just because your grip is too weak when you know that you can go do separate grip work. But as far as it changing your neural efficiency and recovery, no, it's not going to affect that at all. Alright, next question. Do ex-obese people get fatter than lean individuals and a calorie surplus? Yeah, this seems to be really popular, doesn't it? There's always theories on this, and there's all sorts of data on this with increased fat cells and changes in thyroid. But let me put this bluntly. A caloric surplus is a caloric surplus. Some of these people might have slower metabolisms due to thyroid function or thyroid problems that help them become obese, or thyroid problems because they lost a lot of weight and dieted too hard for too long. But that just means their maintenance has lowered. The same caloric surplus from the same macronutrients will create the same amount of body fat, or very close to the same that it will in other people. It's not really a factor. It is still the surplus calories that are going to put the fat on, and it's pretty easy to calculate how much extra fat you're going to gain, regardless of if you were naturally thin or if you were previously obese and now thin and you start overeating. It's a non-factor, other than some of them may have lower TDEEs before the surplus. And sometimes people who are previously obese have food addictions, they have appetite problems and other things, and that's why they originally became obese, so that makes it easier for them to overeat. But they don't actually biologically gain fat faster or slower. They don't create extra energy out of thin air. Alright, last question. Should someone who is only interested in powerlifting do any incline work to improve his or her bench press? This is kind of a tricky one. It's going to depend on what your weaknesses are and what type of bench pressing you're doing. If you are a raw bencher, you don't bench with a shirt, and you are weak off of the chest, improving your incline bench may very well improve your bench press. So it is a very viable accessory movement that is very similar to the bench, but puts a little more focus on the upper chest and delts, but it helps train you to use those muscles more to get out of the bottom a little better. So if you are weak initially off the chest, if that's where you miss lifts, is right off the chest, the incline bench as a accessory, if you progress on it and build it up, yes, it can in many cases improve your bench press. So it depends on the person, it depends on what your weaknesses are. Alright, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.